So, hi there, everyone. Um, I want to speak today about how there is a thin line between creating the imagination you have in your mind, whether it doesn't matter what imagination you have, and this is something we did since a long time ago without knowing, which is that whatever we imagine, we create in our reality. So, if you imagine good things, the good things are gonna happen, and if you imagine the bad things are gonna happen. And of course, who imagined the bad things? It's not the spirit, it's the devil, it's the ego that does that. So when your ego creates an imagination that is dark, making you believe that you some horrible things are gonna happen in your life, they're gonna happen only if you believe them. So then you believe them without knowing what's going on because you don't have a lot of awareness, and then your life starts to become dark and you don't know why it is like that. Because it is very tricky. You need a lot of practice and training to not be identified with thoughts, imaginations, or anything that shows up from inside. And also, good imaginations, I notice after letting go and focusing lately and observing that whenever there's something, a blessing that comes into my way from God or anything, or something that came from my soul, a good imagination, what I notice is that the ego tries to intervene. For example, there's a blessing coming in, and then there's the ego. It doesn't want good things to happen in your life, so it starts to say, oh, maybe the airplane's not gonna work. Oh, maybe that day something will happen. Oh, you never know. You have to back up everything. Maybe they won't accept because of this or that. And that's a trick. This is what it's doing. It's doing it on purpose because it wants to sabotage whatever you have. And you don't really have any real enemies out there in the real world. The only so-called enemy, I don't see it as an enemy, it's your ego. Because it loves sabotaging and creating false thoughts, imaginations, and illusions. It's like an inner bully that always speaking in the back of your mind. It never stops. But you need to raise a lot of awareness to actually see that. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. That's why it's a good thing to take your practice, spiritual practice, into the real world. Because if you don't do it, you won't notice the ego as much as that. Let's say those people that keep saying they are in the jungle and they go with the gurus that are dressed in the orange way, but there you won't get triggered, so you don't know if you really got enlightened or not. It's also a master that told me this. Yeah, so have a good day.